welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has experienced some, I don't know, maybe miscommunication or hoping that someone will be reliable or a good partner, and then having to step up and accommodate for that shortcoming, do more than their fair share, or take on the heavy lifting in this connection, whether that is a work, maybe it's a job situation that needs to be improved, or if it's a domestic, how do we run the apartment that we rent together or the house that we live in together. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchanta. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. We're going to start off by getting some more details on what is unfair or uneven here. This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. What else do we have? We have Transformation, which would be the Death card. The Eight of Pumpkins or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this is a failing or like a missed deadline, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay the mortgage or the rent on the business space that I have. This is like, wow, things are out of control, and it's because this person didn't really do right by their obligation or didn't fulfill their end of the bargain, right? Queen of Potions, which is the Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the Seven of Swords. We have someone shifting the blame. I didn't do what I agreed to do, or I was dishonest in how I carried out my responsibilities, but I'm going to blame everybody else. I'm going to blame the Empress. I'm going to blame someone who was also in the room. But this Queen of Cups is pointing at the Empress, so I feel like they're trying to sidestep the responsibility or accountability. It's a lie, though. So we have the Nine of Cups, which in this deck is the Nine of Potions, the Ace of Potions, and the Five of Candles. So even though I can look you in your eye and eyes and smile in your face, the truth is I'm plotting against you or looking for ways to cause problems or taking advantage of the current situation. Not planning on paying the bills or not planning on doing what you've asked me to do and expecting you to pick up the pieces or make up for that. Eight of Lightning or the Eight of Swords in the reverse, the Ace of Lightning or the Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Cups. So I'm hoping that because you are kind or compassionate, that I won't get in trouble for the part that I've played or the things that I've done, the things that I haven't done more likely. But they have read the situation wrong. They don't realize that what they've done, you can fix it, but you're not interested in accommodating for this kind of shirking of responsibility. We have Party Select. The players we choose to team up with are always going to be a determining factor in whether we feel like a winner or a crash out. Real friends bring support and good times. Requires also being a real friend. So if I'm offering you, this hard work, or if I am being a good friend to you, or if I'm being a good partner to you, then I'm not going to continue to offer that if I find you aren't interested in returning that same energy. NPC. Often ridiculed for its simple life, the NPC is always exactly where it's meant to be. Never assume you know what manner of being ambushed by archers they've lived through. So that was in italics, so I feel like I should have emphasized it differently. They may have gone through different experiences or had different difficulties than you. This person could be placed in your life for a reason. They've lived through, what they've lived through. Their stable demeanor betrays nothing. I think this may actually be talking about somebody who helps you to see this person's true colors, even though they may seem inconsequential, even though they may seem like kind of part of the background or a stranger. This person makes it clear that the Queen of Cups is not a friend or is not someone that you can be trusting, and they're putting you in a situation where you have to defend yourself. Boss battle. This is the moment of truth. Have you grown your skills diligently and with honor, or have you brought shame on the house of the developers with your careless frivolities? Judgment is here. So I do think there's something about a boss or something about a breakup. If this isn't going to be fair, if you're not going to put forth the required energy on your side, then why should I contribute? Why should I be, going above and beyond if you can't do the bare minimum? The Druid has an intimate link with nature and the cycles of life. Their mysticism is ancient and deeply rooted, though their tradition is as changeable as the earth. Their strength is a quiet one. Their best friends are animals. So in other words, if I can't trust you to be a good partner or a good friend, then maybe I can just resort to spending my time with my dog, my cat, my horse, whatever it is, right? We've got someone who's like, I'm good on my own. If you're going to make this difficult, if I'm going to end up doing all the work anyways, then why should I sit here and deal with the unpredictable nature of this connection? I'll just do everything on my own. King of Swords, Seven of Cups, Two of Spheres, or Two of Pentacles. Sometimes when people are unwilling to do their fair share of the work, they do themselves a disservice because they make it difficult for themselves to be independent or able to manage things on their own. By leaning too much on you, whoever is this Empress, the Queen of Cups has actually, in some small way, done you a bit of a favor because it's shown you are completely capable of doing this thing on your own or with someone else. You don't need this person because they're not even really doing what you ask them to do. So they made themselves seem unnecessary by failing to do what they agreed to do. Page of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Spheres or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Why should I invest? Why should I continue on this path working with you when I'm the only one doing the work? I think I'll just refuse the offer or I'll go elsewhere. I'll go where I'm appreciated. I can't say that I disagree with that. So Six of Spheres or Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is their loss, and it's because they're not willing to contribute to the scale that you do or as consistently as you do. So you've come through as the Empress and the King of Swords. They've come through as the King and Queen of Cups. This is someone who feels like they could have, like the outcome or the pay without doing the work. And they're realizing that this is backfiring spectacularly. We have the High Priestess and the Four of Cups in the reverse. I really didn't think you were going to be able to walk away. I didn't think you would quit. I didn't think you would leave me. They're freaking out when you decide, maybe I'll just do this on my own. It looks like I can do it. It looks like I don't need you. They're realizing that you have changed on like a molecular level. You are not the same person. You've learned a lot. You've become more self-aware. You have a greater sense of confidence and security in your life. So they don't have the grasp or the connection to you that they felt they did. Page of Spheres or Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse. And Strength in the reverse. By showing you that they're unwilling to contribute their fair share, they've shown you that you deserve better. They've exposed the connection for what it really is, and your ability to analyze and be honest with yourself about what's going on, it empowers you to make the right choice. Whereas maybe others would be like, we'll see how it goes, or maybe this person will change. I think you're less likely to get caught up in that type of connection, more willing, at least at this point, to listen to that intuition and say, you know what, maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe there's a different thing in store for me. So we have forbidden love, tragedy, and family, blood ties, inner circle. This inner circle is smaller than it used to be because the Empress / King of Swords, they understand now that intuition is a gift to help them avoid repeating the same mistakes or repeating cycles. Even if it does feel like there's a desire to make things work in this situation, whether it's romantic, professional, or friends, the Empress, King of Swords is saying, I've got to be real with myself that if this person doesn't want to do right by our little goal here, then maybe I'm better off on my own. Maybe I should make a different decision or find a different path. I'll do it on my own. The single card. We have wish, hope, praying, yearning, and nightlife. Take a risk is the one that matters here. I'll take a risk. I'll do this on my own. I'll get what I want without you. If you're just standing in my way instead of helping me, then I'll take a different path. I'll walk around you. This is the Poe Tarot. What else do we have, please? We have the Two of Paws and the Chariot. Someone whose decision is, or their intuition is telling them that the decision they should make is to move on and do their own thing. The Two of Paws or Two of Pentacles says, I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. Maybe they're growing bored with this kind of thing. Maybe they're thinking, I could just do things my own way and it would be so freeing to make my own decisions or own my own business or get away from this stress. As soon as the balloon quits the earth, it is subjected to the influence of many circumstances, tending to create a difference in its weight, augmenting or diminishing its ascending power. You can go further when you're aware of what is impacting your velocity, your ability to get where you want to be. If someone is holding you back, let them go. If someone is blocking your way, go around them. This Empress, King of Swords is saying, I'm not going to let the Queen of Cups stop me. Strength. A feeling for which I have no name has taken possession of my soul. Now that I've seen that I'm capable of doing things on my own, it's hard for me to stop thinking about how wonderful it would be to be independent and do things without having to worry about someone else messing them up for me. How great it would be to just not have to worry about someone letting me down. If you've ever been a participant in a group project where someone didn't really care about the project, then you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, maybe some people really like group projects, and I think it's really important because you have to be able to deal with those interactions and that interpersonal aspect of professional life or even social situations, right? But I think this is someone who's I don't think this is one of those things where I need to work to fix it. Maybe there's something else here that is a better thing for me, and it doesn't require that I depend on someone who's unreliable. Maybe I have enough creative energy or passion for this to make it on my own. If this is a romantic relationship, this could be someone saying, I don't know, there's other fish in the sea. I could probably meet someone else who would treat me better than this person. Maybe I just need to, travel, get out of my comfort zone, remind myself that I have a lot to offer. We have with the tree that's talking about mental strength, emotional strength, or maturity, and anchor. I know what I have to offer, and if this person doesn't want to match that or at least be close, then I think I'll go elsewhere and find someone who's willing to do that. This is, hold on a second, I think it's the Univercat. Yeah, Univercat. What else do we have? The Sun in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. So maybe if I they're thinking maybe if I just kind of say that I'll do things differently, that will resolve the problem. Maybe if I just kind of make a half-hearted attempt, you'll give up and you'll say, it's just easier if you're here to help. But I think they've underestimated you. They expect you to come back and ask for help, but they don't realize how empowering you find it to not need their help. High Priestess and Hermit in the reverse. They don't understand how you're able to keep it moving and not turn back around or ask for help. They're getting a little bit concerned that maybe you really are okay without them, or maybe you found somebody else to work with, or that you're interested in. This is someone's like nightmare coming true, because they were hoping you would always be there to do the lion's share of the work, and they could just kind of ride on your coattails or put in minimal effort and still get what they want. But King of Cups in the reverse, now they're feeling upset. Now they're feeling like they've really messed things up because there's someone else here who seems to show you or reinforce their decision that they deserve better. In other words, they might find that better that they know they deserve. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love this for you. You know you deserve the world. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And if you're able to hype, I appreciate that too. I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.